Hi, everyone. It's Malva Gasowski, the co-author of the book, The Power of Why. To promote the book, we, as the co-authors, are going to share our why and ask every reader to share their why as well. Today, I have Wendy H. Jones with me. She is the co-author of the book. Wendy is an international best-selling award-winning author of adult mystery books, The Detective Inspector Shona Mackenzie Mysteries, and Cass Claymore Investigates. She also writes young adult mysteries, Fergus and Flora mysteries, and children picture books, Birdie the Buffalo. She is an international public speaker and writing and marketing coach, the president of the Scottish Association of Writers, and the host of the Writing and Marketing Show podcast. I am super honored to be here with Wendy. Wendy, welcome.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here.
I'm very glad to be here with you. Wendy, the pressing question is, can you please share your why?
Well, my why came rather suddenly, like a lot of people. I mean, I had a good life. I was brought up in Scotland. Scotland's awesome. It's the centre of the universe, according to every Scot in the world. I had a good childhood. I joined the Royal Navy. I did my nurse training. I then joined the army and travelled the world. I was a nurse there, and everything was going extremely well. I retired from the services, even though I was far too young to retire from anything. And I then was working for a university. I had an academic career and I was the deputy director of one of the faculties of a university, was doing extremely well. So life was good, in all honesty. However, I then became very seriously ill, and I mean really seriously ill. I was in hospital for 4.5 months out of 6. I was registered disabled with my lungs, and nobody knew why. It was a mysterious illness. Nobody knew why. It was an autoimmune disorder, but not only could they not diagnose it, they couldn't cure it. So at that point, I thought, life's too short for 80-hour weeks. I'm moving back to Scotland, which I did. But it was no fun not being able to walk anywhere without your oxygen levels dropping dangerously low. So I had to think about, what is life about? What am I doing? Why am I doing this? And I had an idea to write a book. And I thought, well, I'm going to change my thinking from asking why it's gone wrong, but I'm now going to ask why not follow my dream. I've always wanted to write a book. And so that was my why. It was serious illness, just to say that I've now not got this mysterious illness anymore. I'm not registered disabled and I'm absolutely fine. So nobody ever knew what it was or why it came or why it went. But I changed it to why not, and why not follow my dreams. My why not are very closely linked.
You know what? I have shivers down my back when you said that. I even wrote down 2 things. What is life all about that you just said? And the second is, why not follow your dreams? Those are 2 very powerful sentences that I'm going for sure to take away from this video. Wow, thank you, Wendy, for sharing your why. Now, how can you actually encourage others to take the leap of faith and feel empowered to start their own business?
Well, first of all, you need to believe in yourself. Now, I also write non-fiction books, which to be honest, I don't tell people about them, but I should, because the non-fiction books are for people that want to be writers or are writers. And I've got a book called Motivation Matters, which is motivating people to write. And in that, I said, one of the biggest motivators is to believe in yourself. You need to believe in what you're doing. You control your own destiny, and only you can say what that destiny is going to be. Nobody else can take that away from you. You need to believe in yourself, and you need to write it in great big letters and stick it above your your desk or wherever it is, or keep it in your purse or whatever's best for you. And it says, I'm awesome. I am awesome. I can do this. And in my case, it's I am an awesome writer. I am a writer. And it's also in terms of what you call yourself. That we always say when we meet people, oh, what do you do? Which, to be honest, that's a silly question, because we do all sorts of things. But everybody in the world knows what it means is that, what work do you do? What do you work at?
Yeah.
And the first thing you should do if you want to write a book is, the minute you decide to write a book, if somebody says to you, what do? You say, I am a writer.
Very true.
Then
Very true.
They'll catch up and go, yeah, you're a writer.
That's amazing. What you said is quite powerful, that you should believe in yourself. Uh, I'm a coach, so what I try to tell people is you actually lead the way of how other people are going to treat you by how you treat yourself. So
Yes.
if you put yourself down, then this is exactly the path of the way other people will treat you as well. So, like you just said, you have to believe in yourself and start the business, hopefully. All right,
Absolutely.
our Instagram users would like to know if you could please share one memorable or funny experience in your business career that you would like others to know about.
Well, there are so many because I talk about all sorts of things. And believe it or not, you can find humor in the history of hanging. I do talk on the history of hanging
Wow.
in Scotland. I mean, we haven't hanged anybody for about a century in Scotland, so it's history now. So you can talk about it without anyone getting upset. But you can find humor in that because there used to be like 10,000 people came to a hanging and that. But that's not what I wanted to say. The funniest thing, even funnier than that, is I went to a book signing and an event at a nursery for small children. And
Okay.
one of them said to me in the question time, you usually get quite good at questions, even from small children. One of them actually said to me, have you ever been to the airport in your pajamas? And that is the life of an author.
That's very true. So, how did you come up winning from that answer, that question to answer it? Because it's a slippery slope.
Yeah, well, it is a slippery slope because his mother's either told him he can't go to the uh, in his pajamas, or he has been told that he has to go in his pajamas. So what I said was, everybody goes to the airport in their pajamas because they all fall asleep on the plane, so their clothes are their pajamas.
Ah, see, that is the true author in you, that you know how to reach children and satisfy the answer with the adults. That's why you're wonderful at writing books for both adults and children. I'm impressed.
Yeah.
All right, our Facebook users would actually like to know, what is one business value that you stand by?
Kindness and honesty. I'm nice to everybody. I
Yes.
support everybody. And if you do that, people on the whole will do it back to you. If they don't, that's their drama, not mine. So just be nice. There's so many people go nuts on social media about all sorts of things. That's not the place nor the time. And it's knee-jerk reactions are not the place or the time either. Think about things and just be nice to people. Invariably, they're nice back.
Yeah, very true. Being kind to one another is a rule that I try to install in my kids. And it's not easy because peer pressure sometimes allows you to think that it's okay not to be kind. But yeah, you're right. Being kind and being nice is a business value that not a lot of people think of it as a business value, but it is a business value. I really applaud that. All right, last question, Wendy, before I let you go. Everyone had to adapt some way or another recently. How did you, from a business perspective, adapt to your situation?
Well, I have to say, I'm usually flying around the world doing things. I'm usually never in Britain. But we all had to stay inside. We had to stay in Scotland. We had to stay in our houses, and I'm frightfully well behaved, so that's what I did. Quite rightly so. We should be doing that.
Yeah.
But obviously, a lot of my entire year's events have been cancelled without exception. But I adapted to online. I mean, we're all getting used to using Zoom. I'm doing online events, online book festivals that I'm attending as speakers. We all just need to move to an online universe. We're fortunate that this has happened now and not
Yeah.
30 years ago, because you really would have been in the house on your own 30 years ago. And I've met so many phenomenal people just by saying yes during these times to things that are happening online. Yourself as well, Malva. That's,
Yes, yes.
amazing. I've met so many nice people and so many people that I want to work with in the future that I think it was all meant to be. We just, as humans, we are very adaptable. On the
Yeah.
whole, we're flexible, we're adaptable, and that's what you have to be. Just be flexible, roll with the punches, and just find out how you can use different opportunities.
Yeah, but like you said, it's a choice. Like you have a choice to either use the situation and deem it negative, or use the situation to your own advantage and say yes to the opportunities that are knocking at your door. And had
Absolutely.
you, for example, not said yes to any of the opportunities that you had, I would be not fortunate enough to meet you, which would be a big shame in my life. So I'm very proud to be part of this book and to meet you, Wendy.
And you, Malva. It's been a real pleasure, actually, getting to know you.
Thank you. Wendy, one last thing, if I can ask, if you would try to influence someone, not to say persuade, but influence someone to actually share their why do you think we should share our why as a movement?
Well, first of all, if you're sharing your why, it lets other people think of their why. And if they think of their why and it helps them move forward, even one person move forward from why you've shared your why you've shared your why, then that will help. You need to think, if you help one person out of it, it's worth it. You're going to help a lot more people than that, but it's worth it just for that one person who changes their lives.
Yeah, very true. So on that note, I would like to invite every future reader or every reader that has already had the chance to look at the book to share their why with us here in the Facebook group, The Power of Why. Thank you very much, Wendy, for today's interview, and I hope to see more of you.
Thank you, and you.